Sizzling with Sarah.
Where?
Oh, you actually hit me.
I barely touched you.
I
didn't. I know I didn't.
So today
we're making
corn pudding. As foreshadowed on a previous episode, we're actually going to finally make it. Despite its name, that is not actually a dessert. It is a side item. Breaking Sizzling with Sarah tradition by making something that's not sweet. Well, it is kind of sweet,
but
it's a dinner food, okay?
Yeah.
Eat it with dinner.
Yes.
And it's before dinner time. See the clock? It's before dinner time, so I'm starving. And so we're gonna eat this
quickly
out of the oven. This is one of our favorite don't get hardly any dishes dirty recipes.
It requires one dish.
One dish. One 9x9 pan, and I make all of it in here. So first you need 1 stick of butter. You put your 1 stick of butter in your pan, and then you pop it in the microwave until it's completely melted.
Completely. Not a little, not mostly. This should be our banner on top of our YouTube channel.
If you know
butter.
If you know how to do that, you should do it. So the only other thing that you're going to get dirty making this recipe is 1 fork. I can go down fast. Okay, can't say that on the internet. So now that your butter is completely melted, I kind of just gently swirl it around in the pan so that it gets on the sides.
Gently.
So that you're simultaneously greasing your pan while including an ingredient.
We need the corn. You're going to have to be so much more specific. This recipe has 3 kinds of corn in it.
Cream style corn, whole kernel corn, corn muffin mix. Also, just a heads up, with the whole kernel corn is don't drain it, because if you drain it then you have to add water to the recipe. So
that's dumb.
You just dump the entire can straight into the pan. And of course the cream style just goes straight in too. And then for your corn muffin mix, just open it up and throw it in the pan. I don't mix in between any of these steps.
Literally, put all the stuff in a bowl and cook it. It does not get much simpler.
Next ingredient is 1 egg, 1 dollop of sour cream.
A dollop of sour cream is one of those measurements that means whatever you want it to mean. If you want it to be a spoonful, it can. If you want it to mean 8 ounces, it can.
And then you add sugar to taste. So anywhere from 1/2 to 1 cup of sugar. So now you have all of your ingredients just heaped up into the pan.
If you're like me and you're not coordinated enough to do all of this in one dish, you can put it in a bowl and mix it and then move it.
But that's getting a bowl dirty.
It is, but if I were doing this, there would be corn everywhere. Here, let's have an action shot for one.
Stir it up. Try to make sure that you get the sour cream and the sugar evenly distributed.
I would be making a mess. It would be bad.
Circles. Little circles.
Well, I'm just saying, I can't be the only person in the world who's uncoordinated. Right?
That's what you think. I don't even know how you make those noises.
Well, air passes through my vocal cords, which are vibrating at a certain frequency. I don't actually know. I've never studied this.
Do not Google vocal cords.
Oh my god, they're so gross. At least you put your hands in the right place. And like everyone else, he's just like, you play the flute like this, right? I'm sorry for those of you who've ever done that, but no, you do not play the flute like this.
It's okay. I play the trombone. And not the trombone. Every single time they have to include the hand motion. It's just like, oh, you play the trombone. Okay, that's cool. No.
Well, that's the most distinctive feature of the trombone, is that you do this. Right?
Womp, womp, womp.
Talking about instruments, this is my flute. It's so pretty!
I mean, it is pretty. It's my least favorite instrument for me to play.
Oh.
Is that better?
That's better. And I mean, all instruments have their place in the world. Some things sound good on flutes and some things sound good on trombone. Like, you don't want the theme to it. By the way, the flute part for that song is probably the worst flute part ever written. Trills and rest for 4 minutes.
So you put it in the oven at 350 for 1 hour. It's done! When you pull it out, it should be golden brown on top. Shouldn't really jiggle at all. So you need to let it cool off for a little bit before you attempt to eat it. It's basically like molten lava at this point. So don't eat it yet. You know you're jealous. You know you want some. You know you do.
Don't taunt our viewers.
So here it is. Absolutely delicious.
Corny.
So good. Hot. And I promise you, people will think you're amazing and love you forever. I made this for an event my freshman year one time, and now I am obligated to bring it every single time. I know it doesn't look that great, but it tastes awesome.
Indeed.
Subscribe to our channel. You have food in your mouth, so you can't speak. Follow us on Tumblr. Bye!
I don't know what to do this week. I didn't put any forethought into it.
You put forethought into last week's?
I don't know. I think about it like when I'm trying to go to sleep. Like, what can I do for Sizzling with Sarah next?
Alright. I saw that glare at the back of my head.
I'm not doing anything. I'm going to be as unentertaining as possible this episode.
Okay, we're making corn pudding. It's not going to be that long anyway. Is aforementioned a word?
It is.
Okay.
Foreshadowed would be a better word, but
Are you good?
yeah. They can't tell that I'm itching my knee. I'm scratching my knee. You never would have known. Would you still be friends with me if I was shorter than you?
No!